you see, he made mistakes early in his life, and he is still overcoming. There was a point in time in his life that I recruited this young man, and I would like to take the credit for everything he knew, but he didn't come to Fort Hays State University where he should have. Instead, I had to coach against him for several years. Now, he might say he had lots of success, but I know we got him out more than 50% of the time, which I consider successful on my end. So from that standpoint, Jim Reed, would you like to introduce our speaker today?
When Tom Giller called and said, I need some help, would you be willing to introduce Brad Hill? I said yes, because Tom basically is the one that historically has introduced him. And then he said, also, Vern is usually the second in command on that, but he's presiding at the meeting, so would you do that? So here I am, this old third-string right fielder, ready to introduce Brad. It's my pleasure to introduce Brad Hill. He is the head coach of the K-State basketball. I'm sorry, I got that on my brain, and I really want to get it off. Never mind. Coach Hill is in his 14th year coaching our Wildcats, and prior to that time, he coached 9 years at Central State in Missouri, served 4 years as an assistant coach at some school down the river, and prior to that, he was head coach at Hutchinson Community College. In his baseball playing days, where he played at Emporia rather than Fort Hays, he holds most of the offensive records at Emporia State, playing from 1981 to 1984. Records such as the most home runs, 47, and the most hits, 302. I got 3.2 hits when I But the thing is, Brad knows baseball. Now, a couple of personal things. There are a group of us here in Rotary who have season tickets. And we all sit behind the backstop on the first base side. Bill Maddox, Larry Parker, and myself. And I might add, our spouses are also there. We chatter. We're pretty good at it. We know the ball players, not personally, but by the time we come to the end of the season, we do feel personal with them. We consider them our friends. But we even know how to do Robert Lipson's yells when he's not there. If you've not heard Robert, you've really not been to a baseball game. One of those is what, Larry?
Hit the hornet's nest.
Yes.
The hornet's nest.
Hit the hornet's nest. We don't know where it is. Robert doesn't either. And I don't think Phil is here. Phil, are you here? Oh, I look for him, but my favorite is he'll say, double play, double play. And he only does that when we have 2 out and we don't need a double play to get you out in the inning. So I once went up to Robert and I said, why did you do that? Why do you do that? He said, I do it to confuse the opposing team. And I mean, he sits right next to the dugout, so there's not a way that Brad Hill doesn't hear all this. We all do, and we're far away. Finally, this personal note. Brad Hill was born on May the 2nd, 1962 in Wichita. And even though his bio says that he claims Galva, Kansas as his hometown, his dad was coaching at Mulvane at the time. My brother, Don, played basketball for Clint Hill. And not only that, Clint hired my brother the summer after Brad was born to work on his custom combine crew in northern Kansas and all throughout Nebraska. So when Brad decides to hang up his cleats, don't be surprised if you see him on a combine somewhere. Brad Hill, coach of the Wildcat baseball team. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you. Yes, I'll be very gentle. You said I was young. You called me a young man, so you're already off the hook. So you're good. And I wouldn't know the first thing about driving a combine now. I knew what to do. I knew more about those things when I was 13 years old than I do now. I have no idea. My wife will vouch for that. So anyway, I appreciate y'all again inviting me to come. Of course, Tom invited me, and he's not here. So maybe tell you something that I want to talk about. Maybe you didn't want to hear today. But anyway, I do appreciate you. Always a good group, and there are a number of you out there. How many people here do have season tickets? Wait, you were my favorite group. Oh, really? No, I'm kidding. No, there are a bunch of you that do come out to games, and I appreciate that. We obviously appreciate your support. I did hear, a few things as we were. I always try to be very selective hearing, I guess, is what Flag calls it. But again, try to pick up on some things. One, I hope when I leave that someone remembers my name that enthusiastically as Deb Patterson. That was pretty awesome. So that was pretty good. I hope someone does remember me with that type of enthusiasm.
Let me know when you leave and I'll be here to
And secondly, I heard the eye doctors is being represented today. I was there yesterday, just so you know. I had to go, so just a lesson. Lock your vehicles at night. Lock your vehicles at night. So I thought I got off very unscathed. A little bit of change, about $4 worth of change taken. A few keys that didn't really mean anything. And then I went out to practice the other day with the sun shining, and I went to look for my sunglasses, prescription. They were nowhere to be found. I forgot they were in my truck. So someone's going around with prescription sunglasses they probably can't wear. But anyway, so I was at the eye doctor's yesterday, and I will be purchasing another set of prescription sunglasses from the eye doctors, but also after watching us hit last weekend, you have a few more young men coming before too long. So anyway, but no, it's actually, have we just been, again, I know today is not a baseball day, and I apologize, but have we not had some tremendous weather? I mean, Saturday, a little cold, but then Sunday, 55, and Monday it was 60, and just, we've really been blessed. It looks like this weekend, again, we're going to get to go outside, and then the following weekend, it's just hitting us right, We got Thursday, today, we're not scrimmaging, perfect. Yesterday was a little chilly, not bad, and not scrimmaging, but then the days we're scrimmaging, we're going to go outside and practice. So it looks like next weekend the same. So I guess we have no excuses when we go down to Florida if we don't play real well, because we've been outside practicing for 3 weeks before we head to Florida. So I guess that excuse just got thrown out there. But no, it has been great. But a little bit about where we're at. Right now, a lot of new people in our program. So not only new players, 22 of them, 13 freshmen, but also we have new staff all over the place. So yeah, we have a new hitting coach. Coach Gaspar, Mitch Gaspar, is our new offensive coach and hitting coach. He was the head coach at Alabama for the past 7 years. And we feel really, really fortunate to pick him off. One of those things where, again, sometimes things don't, just one of those things where he needed to make a move. And well, I tell you what, I had 2 guys I kind of had picked out, and then 2, believe it or not, 2 of my former coaches that were here. And I I guess I'm not that bad a guy to work for. Two of my former coaches called me to say, you really need to hire this guy. He is an outstanding baseball guy, knows baseball, and more importantly, just a great character guy. And I don't know how many of you got to meet him, probably haven't yet, but he is an unbelievable person. It was instantaneous respect from our players for him because his track record is outstanding. He's been in a World Series, he's been in regionals, he's won a lot of games as a head coach in the SEC, Northwestern State, Louisiana. So it was instant credibility, but the fact that our guys really gravitated to him for his personality. He has a great personality, and our guys just really gravitated to him from a personality standpoint, which is important because those of you who knew Andy Sawyers, what a great personality guy he was. So it was really important we kind of followed up and bring in the guy that's the same thing. Plus, what's been nice for me is to have another guy there with a lot of experience and, you know, to bounce ideas off of him. And matter of fact, we changed up a couple things. You know, you better be a little flexible in the game nowadays. We've changed up a couple things, ideas he's brought to us, so that was kind of neat. Tyler Kincaid is back, pitching coach, but this is just his second year with us from San Diego, and he didn't leave after last winter. He's still here, so he decided it's not that bad in Manhattan. It's pretty, of course, last year's also. We opened up in Riverside, it was 68, it was 72 in Manhattan. We're like, what are we doing? So, but anyway, he stuck around. We're having a pretty mild winter, so San Diego blood starting to thicken up a little bit. But he's just done an outstanding job too. Really happy with where we're at. What I kind of call the three-headed monster is himself, Evan Coachman, who's our strength coach, and this is just his second year, and then Blaine Burris, the Wiley veteran trainer. This is his fourth year. But those three guys have just done an outstanding job of doing keeping our guys healthy. I mean, that's just bottom line is it is important to have a healthy team. And this will be the first year we've not had a pitcher on the DL, and this is real with a hope. This will be the first year in the last 4 years we've not started with a pitcher that had TJ or shoulder or whatever issues. So we're completely healthy. So there goes another excuse out the window that we're healthy on the mound. So, but that's been a really neat thing. And those three guys just did a tremendous job of kind of changing the program a little bit and doing some things to where, you know, we're being a little more preventative. Coach Hill is being a little more flexible on some things. It's hard sometimes, but being a little more flexible and changing with the times a little bit. And our guys are more healthy. So that is a good thing. And then we have two new graduate managers. You know, we did have two former players. They have moved on. Now we have two other baseball guys with us. Tom Lemke will help with the pitchers a little bit as a manager. Does some things with some video and things like that. He pitched in Nebraska. And you'll recognize him. He's about 6'8". He was at Manhattan Christian College last year. He's about 6'8", and his daddy pitched in the big leagues, and so he's helping out a little bit. Connor Crimmins, Washburn, was over at Washburn. He'll be with us and helping out a little bit. And then a new face, but yet he's an old face, and it's really nice to have back a former player, Shane Conlon. I remember Shane, first baseman, great glove at first base on that 13 championship team, and unfortunately, you know, pro ball, he just couldn't get healthy, keep his hand healthy enough to really give himself an opportunity to move through. So he kind of called and asked if he could come back. I'd welcome him back in a heartbeat because, again, he really, to me, exemplifies what we like in our player. He's a ball player. You know, he kind of go ball player. The guy that just would, you know, just game savviness, knew where to be a play ahead of the time, tough kid. You know, get hit by a pitch and just the ball, take the extra base, do all the little things that you have to do to win games. And he was that guy. And he's a pretty good player on top of that. But he did all those little tangible things too. So it's nice to have him back because at least I got somebody that kind of has been around Coach Hill and knows all the little quirky things I do that kind of strains a lot of players, but we do. So, and then the last one, interesting enough, is another one's kind of come back, but Colin Greaser is our new director of ops. So he was with us during 13. So I was like, you know, when Justin Tapman left, and I see, is Justin Tapman not a Libertarian? He is, but he's not here today either. Wow. I'm texting him right now. But wow, I didn't know it was that hard to work for. So anyway, when Justin left, he'd been with me, gosh, 8 years, maybe 9 years. Justin's been my ops, my right-hand guy. I mean, and he left, and all of a sudden I'm going, oh my gosh, I don't know how much I had that guy doing for me. And so a number of things that I've gone, uh-oh, we forgot to do that. Uh-oh, forgot to do that. And it's getting close to the season, so I'm starting to panic because he's done so much for me that now all of a sudden I have to kind of go back and help train somebody new. But Colin's great kid. He was with us in 13 as the equipment manager, actually. And then he went to Missouri State, and then he came back, and I kind of took him away from football. It didn't hinder him too much, thank God, that they continued on the bowl game. Played really good late in the season. That was good. So that didn't need anything there happening with Colin messing up Coach Snyder's organizational thing. So, but anyway, Colin's with us, and he loves baseball. But there's another new person, so a lot of new people. And there's been, I think, more questions calling, like Shane and stuff. Says, Coach, I guess some guys calling me asking, how's Coach Hill handling all the new people? So, but I think I'm doing okay. Letting them do their jobs and doing all right. And I'm just trying to stay out of their way because I got good coaches, and it's important that they're doing their jobs, and they are. They're doing a really nice job. So anyway, 22 new players, and we have 9 seniors coming back. So I think that can be a good thing. It's one of those things where in baseball it could be good, could be bad. You're not real sure how that goes. And why some people don't even understand why that could be a good thing or could be a bad thing. Could be bad because, you know, you really hope things go well, because if things don't go well, and I'm pretty open and honest, this is just life, it is just what it is. But sometimes things don't go well, or the fact that they're really trying to play for that last-ditch effort for the draft. You know, they want to play for the draft, they want to get drafted, so sometimes you have some things in there where they're playing for themselves as opposed to playing for the team. Okay? Number 2 is now all of a sudden baseball's over with in a few months, and real life is staring them in the face, and sometimes that can overwhelm their thought process. They're not as focused in where they need to be. So, you know, that's a couple things can make you a little nervous that we don't quite have all 9 guys kind of, what do you call that, going in the same direction. So that can be a concern. On the other hand, you can have this is the last time. I want to go out a winner. You know, I want to go out a winner, and they put all their effort into the team and trying to go out a winner, that it can be a real positive thing. So, as a coach, guess what my job is trying to do? We're trying to get them all on the same page and get them going the same direction. And I will say, you know, I'm just so proud. We got a good group, and I'll just start number 1 with Jake Woodkey. Little guy that's just told me, you guys have been out there. He's actually up over 180 pounds for the first time in his career, believe it or not. He felt that during his conditioning test, and he wasn't real happy about that. But other than that, he's got stronger, which he needed to do. But man, that little guy just flies around. He's been in our program. He was here in 13, didn't play, but here on that team, and just stuck with it. Because I'll be honest with you, after a couple of years, I'm going like, Jake, I don't know if this is going to work. You're not strong enough, you know, you just don't do some things quite where they need to be at this level. And he stuck with it. And stuck with it. And then last year, he broke through and played and just had a phenomenal year. 302. Unfortunately, he got hit in the wrist down at Wichita State with 3 weeks left to go in the year, and broke his wrist after he just kind of moved to shortstop. We actually started playing pretty good baseball when we did that. But fortunately, he got hit and broke his wrist. So the positive thing on that is he was here this summer rehabbing. And of course, nowadays, you bring all your incoming freshmen, it's new. You know, back in the other days, kids didn't do that. We're now bringing them in. So we had all of our kids here except one. So we had 12 of our freshmen here this summer working out, and Jake Woodkey. And Jake was just such a positive influence on those kids. And just, you know, talked, here's why we do this, here's why you do that. And just being, you know, just talking very positive about Kansas State and the coaches and what we do and what we teach. And so it's been great for our new guys to be around that positive talk, because if you're negative talk, obviously that can take you the other direction. So he has been such a big part of our program, and he's here, and he'd already graduated. He didn't have to come back. He'd already graduated, so he came back. And then to top it all off, we have out the awards during the fall. And we have Best Hustle, Most Improved, Fall MVP, Mike Clark Award, and an Ironman Award. He won 3 of those 5 awards. He won 3 of those 5 awards. So again, a kid that, you know, was kind of that borderline, do I stay, do I go? You know, coach is right now kind of giving me and he stuck with it, which nowadays, let's flip the coin on kids, whether they're going to stick with it when it gets real tough. So, anyway, so he sticks with it, and obviously could be more proud of him. And then we have another one, same thing, Colton Kalmus is a senior pitcher. He graduated, and he decided to come back. So when I talk about, I think these seniors are here for the right reason, because they didn't have to come back to Cup Run. So Jordan Floyd, big left-handed pitcher. Tell you what a breakthrough year. I'm hoping, I don't want to put the A.J. Morris thing on it. I don't know if people remember A.J. Morris. You know, it's kind of like A.J. kind of hanging out in our program for like 3 years. He's, you know, 500 pitcher with about a 4.9 ERA. And all of a sudden, I send him away from mom as far as possible. No offense, moms, but he needed to get away from mom as far as possible, and send him up to the corner of Washington State. And just for some reason, light bulb just came on. And who knows why with kids it happens, and why it takes 4 years, and why not an hour in my case sometimes. It took 4 years, but the light bulb came on. He came back, and amazing. I mean, all you know, I mean, he was like Strasburg, right? That's who beat him out for the Player of the Year. Was Strasburg, was who beat him out for Player of the Year that year. 13-game winner, won every Friday night in the Big 12. No decision against Tech, but I mean, it's phenomenal. And he goes up there, and all of a sudden he decides that gummy bears weren't that important to him. You know, he decides to start eating steak and start working out and get in a routine and make it important to him. And he came back, and all of a sudden you see this guy, he's a guy who hated, matter of fact, he had to sleep in the locker room a few times because he missed weights, and the guys were about ready, well, Coach Hill was about ready, but he had to sleep in the locker room to make his weight sometimes because he would oversleep and miss weights. Now all of a sudden this guy is in the weight room more than anybody. I mean, he's in there all the time. I'm going, AJ, what are you doing, Coach? I got to get my routine in. This is what I do now. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. All of a sudden, Jordan Floyd, kid from Topeka. You know, you've seen Jordan, kind of a bigger guy. And we've been trying to help educate him. You need to be in better shape and do those things. He goes off this summer to Alaska. Send him even farther. Send him off to Alaska. Send him a couple more states. But he comes back. First of all, he was like, he gave up like 2 runs all summer. He closed up there, and they were the champion. Him and Jake Scudder played on the championship team in Alaska. He loses 10 pounds. His body is like, it'll never be skull. But his body changed. I mean, it's all of a sudden kind of, instead of like that, you kind of know what I'm saying? When I go with guys now, that's where we go. But he all of a sudden kind of got a little bit of an inward V going. Amazing. 258 pounds. And guess what? I go in the weight room the other day. Our guys are nowhere. There's Jordan Floyd in the weight room by himself. my routine, Coach. I got to stick with my routine. Man, if he could have an A.J. Morris breakthrough this year, would I be a happy camper? I tell you what. So, I don't know if it'll happen. I'm not going to put that on him. But boy, I sure hope that he gets rewarded for the commitment that he has now made and the dedication he's made. And then obviously that's 3 of the seniors. So you can see why I'm a little excited to think, I think we've got the seniors on the right side of where we need to be. So then from there we go to, obviously, you got Jake Scudder, who was newcomer of the year in the conference last year. He played at Alaska with Jordan, won that championship team. We got Quentin Crandall, good story. Kid out of Little River, Kansas. So they still come from small towns. They can still come from small towns. Quentin Crandall, yeah, kind of raw, you know, but boy, he is ultra athletic. He does not drive a combine, but he's ultra athletic, fast, but kind of really kind of ugly looking things. To be honest, he knows that. But a kid last year that started out the year hitting like 0.80. And it was awful, man. And I think he did go to the eye doctors, if I remember right. But anyway, he got to the Big 12. It's just one of those things where he just kept working. And lo and behold, he got to the Big 12. And you know, he was our leading hitter, second leading hitter in the Big 12. Oh, Big 12 only stats. But he was like our second leading hitter, like first in the league in triples and things like that. So he's back. I like him because he's a tough, competitive kid. So it's nice having kind of a good nucleus of kids back. So, but the last thing I like to say, I'm probably getting kind of long-winded, but this was an enjoyable fall. For me, just to be honest with you, it was an enjoyable fall. You know, as a coach, you know, you're really responsible for those young men. And we're making us more responsible, that's part of our responsibility to understand. Because, you know, unfortunately, tragedy can happen. Ronald Ventura, you know, I mean, that's tragic. But those are things you need to share with your players and your kids about, man, don't take things for granted. You just can't take life for granted, number one. So, you know, trying to help your kids understand and go through those things. But such an enjoyable fall for me, one, again, because everybody was on the same page. Tremendous work ethic. Our kids had tremendous work ethic. And it was just, and the thing was, it wasn't like, sometimes you get kids that have good work ethic, but they're really, like, by themselves. So, like we had some kids with good work ethic, like, even last year I think about, we had some kids, I really liked these kids, but they would go hit on their own. Wouldn't include and involve other kids. They kind of good work, but you know, this thing is about when you get to be a team. A team needs to be a team. A team needs to be a team, and it's not about individuals. So if you're individually working hard, it's probably not going to make you a real good team. And probably what I think I've seen the most improvement is that our guys, freshmen, sophomore, it doesn't matter. They're all down there hitting together on weekends. We're not practicing. We're having our coaches come down and open it up. Those graduates, if they're good for those managers, go down and open up. And it's just different guys all the time. It's not the same cluster of 4 or 5 guys. It's different guys that are doing that. So I'm really hoping that, you know, these kids get rewarded for that. So again, the work ethic has been really, really good. I've enjoyed that. Good attitudes, you know. And then, of course, like I said, the 3-headed thing, you talk about baseball and practice hard, do the right things, be coachable. They've done all that. 2, academics. We had 23 Commissioner Honor Roll guys. It's a new record. I've never had that many make the Commissioner Honor Roll. We had 4 4.0 students. I've never had that here before. So 2 of the things obviously are very positive. And then the third thing is, what are they doing off the field? You know, that's what's going on down the road. It ain't good, you know, and you can see the headlines is all negative, but what sometimes people don't see is all positive too. And I had one kid make one minor bad decision this fall. 37 kids, and I had one young man make one minor bad decision. And that makes coaching enjoyable. When you have a lot of people on the same page, they're going to class, they practice hard for you. And again, they're keeping their nose clean off the streets and doing the right things. And we have a really good group. I hope you come out and watch them this spring. I know Tom's not here to get his spiel. 32 home games. It's about, I think it's less, it's right around $2 a game. $2 a game. Where can you go for $2 a game? How much it costs to go to Manhattan High School basketball game? $2 a game. And what's really great about that is if you can stack it. So like if it is 44 degrees and cold and you don't want to come, you have 4 season tickets, the next game it converts into 8. So you can bring 4 more people to the next game if you don't use those 4. So how about that? So why, who can afford $2? Really? See, people dress really nice. $2 a game. That's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good deal.
Right.
There you go. See? Right here. But no, we do appreciate it. And again, another pretty remarkable stat is the fact we've been in the top 3 or 4 in attendance the last 4 or 5 years. It's a credit to you. Because I'm going to sit here and blow smoke. We haven't played to where we need to play the last 3 years. We need to do better. We know that. So we hope we win more games. That creates a little more enthusiasm. I know our kids do a great job, but we got to start converting those one-run games that we lost last year and turn those around. So if we can do that, that makes us a lot better. We can start finding a way to do that. So again, I hate to talk about the team down the road. I know I'm supposed to be done, but man, I'm just going to tell you, and they made all good things out for it, but I could find me a Frank Mason right now, I'd win a lot of games. That guy's one tough dude. And Katie didn't have Frank Mason, they'd be about 500 right now, I'm telling you. We need a Ross Kipp back. That guy that just wills you to win. That guy wills you to win. We're missing that guy. I hope we can find him this year. But that's how important those kind of people are. We're searching for them. Hopefully we have them. But how about I just know we have a good group of kids. We start in 3 weeks. Hope we see you out at the ballpark. Thank you.